Hey girl. Okay, I'm making a video about flying with a baby and kids. So I'm just gonna make it generic because I get this question a lot, and I can, when Leo gets older, you can come back to this and maybe get a few ideas from this. But I'm gonna try to just zip through. A lot of this is second nature to me, so I thought maybe the simplest thing for me to do is just walk you through what I do. And some of these things may be things you've already done, you've already thought of, which is awesome, and hopefully you can glean a few things from it. So all right, I'm gonna make this quick because Adeline just woke up from her nap. But what I do is I keep things as simple as possible, which means I take one bag through the airport and onto the plane with me, which is my diaper bag backpack, which I love. Everything else gets checked, and I typically don't even take a stroller through. However, there are stages my kids go through where I may choose to take a stroller through, and I just check it at the gate. But typically I'm just carrying her in the baby carrier, and to simplify things, I put my license and my plane ticket in the front pocket, the zipper pocket of the Ergo. So I don't have to be digging through my bag every time I need to access that stuff. So that makes that easy. That's something I do right as I'm getting to the airport. And then also with a baby, when they're a lap baby and you're not buying them a ticket, you need to make sure you've got identification for the child on you. And so whatever that's going to be for you, I travel, enough to where for me it makes sense to just keep a copy of it in my diaper bag at all times, because it's one less thing for me to remember when a trip is coming up. So I keep a copy of that, in an area of my diaper bag at all times. So when I pack my diaper bag, I have all the typical staples: diapers, wipes, blanket, nursing cover, a changing pad, a wet bag. If you don't have a wet bag, I highly recommend always having a wet bag in your backpack, just because if there's ever a blowout diaper and you need to be able to do something with the clothes, you can just stick it in the wet bag until later. Some stain remover wipes, snacks for you, and then as your kids get older and you have multiple kids, multiple snacks, because you never know who's going to need a snack and when. Gum, in case you need that for your ears on the plane. And so those are like just typical staples. And then what I do is I usually pack an extra wet bag that I keep only for the storage of toys, just because it's a sterile place to keep her toys. She's putting everything in her mouth right now, and I just feel better not just like having it stuck down in my diaper bag just anywhere. So I have like a wet bag like this that I keep some toys in for her. And when I pack for a trip, I try to pick toys she doesn't get to play with all the time, that I know will be interesting to her, because it will keep her attention longer. So I usually pack like a couple of small books. She has this silver rattle that she really likes, that she doesn't necessarily always play with at home. Even like random like big Lego blocks that she can just like chew on, but it's like something different and new to her. Melissa and Doug, like they have a ton of awesome toys for all ages like that, so you could always look and see if there's like a $5 or less toy if you want to get something new. Just as many things as you can, and even unconventional things. Like I have the Juice Plus like gummy sample packs, and like this will occupy her for the longest time ever, just like chewing on this and like crinkling it up. So unconventional things are awesome. So those are some basics. I also have a small little zip bag with just some of her like favorite chew, like put in her mouth type things. And my ideal scenario would be to hold her off with nursing until we take off, because it's good for them to suck, whether it's with nursing, pacifier bottle, whatever works. However you think is going to be the ideal way for them to go to sleep, I would do that as takeoff is happening, because I feel like, number one, it's good for their ears, and it gives you the best opportunity to hopefully get them to sleep. Adeline has gone entire flights and not slept at all, but a lot of times she will sleep some, or maybe most of the flight. I just never know. So that's why I'm prepared with other things to occupy her in case she doesn't. But hopefully that's the plan, and that's what I would encourage you to aim for. And then when the kids get older, what I do is I have them carry a separate backpack bag. It's like a rolly backpack that can be pulled as well. And They have 2 sets of headphones in here that has a linking cable where both of them can be hooked into an iPad at one time, so like they can watch a movie. I usually pack some of their favorite staples like crayons, coloring books. Melissa and Doug, once again, I usually will pick 1 or 2 things on Amazon and get them as like new activities on the trip. And I'm telling you, sometimes those types of things will last them the whole flight. They just love like a brand new activity. And Melissa and Doug have a lot of great like mess-free things, even like painting and reusable stickers. Like they have some great like sticker books when Leo gets just a little bit older, that you can like peel the sticker off and put it on something and then peel it off again and put it somewhere else, and it's reusable. So stuff like that is amazing. Like I mean, if they have a snack and an awesome like activity that's new to them, or one that you've resurrected that they haven't used in a long time, that can practically last the whole flight. So, and then I always have like, we pack our water bottles, but obviously you can't take water through security. So I'll usually like look for those water filter stations, or like get water and fill everybody's water bottle after we get through security. But it's nice for everybody to have their own water bottle. So the other thing I was going to mention is I carry my own hand sanitizer, which I make with like an oil blend and water, and I keep it in a spray bottle. And this is just something I keep all the time. But as soon as I get on the airplane, I have her in the baby carrier, and as soon as I sit down, I get the wipes out and I spray everything down with this and wipe it down with a wipe. I mean, she's going to be touching everything anyway, so I feel like it's at least the smallest measure I can do to help limit how much exposure she's getting to like all kinds of germs. So I think that's pretty much all that I can think of for now. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Happy traveling.